Hey guys, it's TF Nut. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This is going to be of the Marvel Legends series, part of Marvel's Korg, and Thor Love and Thunder series, Mighty Thor, aka Jane Foster Thor. This one I was able to find at a local Walmart recently, as well as the rest of the wave. I did not get the rest of the wave because it's an extra $5 now for Marvel Legends. Was going to kill me and a lot of collectors from collecting the line eventually. So hopefully eventually I'll find the rest cheaper. But I originally ordered this on Amazon. It's going to come in like mid-June because a lot of people were snatching her up. So I'm glad to actually have this one earlier than I thought. Let's go ahead and just talk about the packaging. It's very basic with Marvel Legends. Top half, Legends series, figure in the box, and some of the content you see here. Nice backdrop there too. Bottom half, Marvel Studios, Thor, Love and Thunder, as well as Mighty Thor. And on the bottom right, the Hasbro logo. On this side, which is going to be reflected on the other side, very cool image of Jane Foster's Thor. Very nice artwork. On the top of the packaging, you got to see where it said Build-A-Figure Marvel's Korg, ages 4 and up, as well as the warning choking hazard, and the top of the logo here, the hammer, Mjolnir, which was the same on the Raptor Thor. I don't know about the Guardians of the Galaxy figures in the wave. I don't remember what the logo was on top of the box, but it might also be this too. Anyway, back of the packaging here, wide shot just of the back. Top half, really cool image of Jane Foster's Thor. Marvel Legends series, Mighty Thor, multilingual read-ups if you want to pause and read that. Here's the rest of the wave here on the right. All those figures already reviewed. Raptor Thor, like I said. On the left, that's the whole Build-A-Figure, as well as Build-A-Figure Marvel's Korg, and then some multilingual warnings. On the bottom here, a barcode in case you need it. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. Here's the figure out of the packaging, and so far, I don't have many problems with it. I think it's a really well done figure. I think they did a great job. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories and Build-A-Figure piece that she comes with, then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So here's the left leg to Korg. I'm not bringing out Korg right now. You can tell there's not a lot of reuse here compared to that previous leg. That's why I brought out the previous time with the with the Ravager Thor review. Maybe the foot might be reused. I'm not sure. There could be some retooling. Interesting placement for a foot peg there. Shape it up to be a pretty nice Build-A-Figure so far. We also have Mjolnir here. Look at that. Looking nice. Repaired Mjolnir. I do wish that, the hammer itself had actual, silver painted in here. Would be nice, I think. You could definitely see some of the cracks in there. The sculpting in those cracks aren't amazing. Stuff like right here. I'm not sure what's going on, on the edge of the hammer. But that's got some nice texturing. And look at on the top there. Pretty decent. We do have some actual silver paint in the handle and some brown paint too. So I just kind of wish they went a little extra mile. Put some of that silver on this. And we have the brown loop or whatever goes on the wrist, I think. Or you can swing it around too. That's mostly what that's for. Here's the alternate head, the masked head for Jane Foster's Thor. Looking nice. Like the markings with the nice red paint. On the top of the forehead, I think the silver on here could be better, actually painted, because it is molded again here, but it actually doesn't look too bad this time. I just wish, there's actual silver paint would have looked darker, would, bring some of these details out with some of that metallic paint. The plastic molded in again is not bad though. Nicely centered eyes, good lip color and whatnot. We also have, I think they actually put a beauty mark in there too, right underneath, so that's cool with the accuracy. They do have some nice details in the hair going on. And then you can see some black paint going on to the gray. You have some red too. Nice wings, whatever these are. Looking really nice. You know what time it is. Does this figure look like Natalie Portman with the face printing tech? I think it's close, but I don't think it's perfect, sadly. I think the face printing's there. I don't know if it's the sculpt getting in the way. We don't really know what she looks like with her helmet off based on the trailers yet, so this could be accurate, but it's still pretty close, I think. And I do have the Black Series Padme. Of course, there's a 20-year difference between these, roles for Natalie Portman. But, yeah, I think it's a little bit better on the new one. It's pretty glossy on the old one, but it's still a decent likeness, I think. They did a really good job overall, though, with the face and the sculpting on here with nice eyebrows. The eyes are, nice. They're not cockeyed or anything. Nice lip color. We do have, towards her scalp, we have a little bit of shading going on there. So it's a little bit of a darker blonde. Goes down. It's just kind of normal sculpted blonde here, which looks a little bland. But the sculpting in the hair is pretty decent, too. You get the longer strands going down here. The rest of the outfit is also pretty sick. So as you can see, we have the silver and the black that really is nicely contrasted with each other with some of the red as well. So with darker red going on in the chest there. Some nice metallic silver paint in a lot of these areas. We have also some brown there. I think it's molded in black. And the way that it's molded, I think it looks really good. It has some nice rivets on the armor too. Here's the, the forearms and whatnot. Not the forearms, mostly the biceps. Skin tone's pretty accurate, I think. She's got some muscles now. We do have pinless tech, as you can see there, so that's pretty nice. The joints are a little stiff on mine, I think, because of that, but still pretty cool. There's a nice strap going around here. I think has a little bit, just ever so slightly, a splotch on the, yeah, right there on the bicep. Not too bad, though. You can see these, I don't know if these are gloves, gauntlets, bracers. It's probably bracers. There's a little bit of, I think, brown coming through on the black there. That could be accurate, how it's supposed to be. But there's also the silver, which isn't painted perfectly. I can see some brown coming through, too. I don't know if that's part of the design, though, so very minor paint imperfections I can see. We do have some of those silver knuckles, too. There's the hand. We don't have any alternate hands. I wish we did, so that I can grip Mjolnir on the other side, but this is an open hand. You can see what that looks like. It's glossy, almost grayish, blackish paint on the back of the hand there. So that's cool. You can actually see some of the buckles sculpted on the strap, so I think that's also pretty sick. Now this cape is pre-posed. It's actually not posed that much. And it's a soft plastic. If you want to replace it, I'm sure there's a way, because starting here, you could just, it's glued on there, so you would just pop it off and figure out your own way if you're a customizer. It's pretty light enough to where it doesn't get in the way and isn't very top heavy, so that's good. There's some nice wrinkles sculpted throughout, and it's just molded in this red color. But I think the way it's sculpted, I actually like it. It's almost like a, sometimes it can be pretty glossy with some of these capes. This is like a matte finish almost. Like it's not very glossy, so I think it looked good. I think it looks very good. Get to the skirt piece. I don't know if this is an accurate way to describe it, but some nice lines sculpted into the details on the front here. Very similarly on the back, you can see all that nice sculpted detail with all the line work going on there. I think that's really sick. There's even some sculpting with not much paint on the back here. I don't know how accurate that is. I'm sure there's supposed to be some places that are actually painted, but since this is covering that, I think they decided not to paint it. We do have some silver going around on the waist. I never know what these things are called. These like circular plates or whatever. But they come through pretty nice, and if you look closer, some nice red sprinkled through into some of the lines. And I think it's actually pretty nicely painted in there. Very little splotching out of the lines going on. Pretty basic. Comes to the legs, a nice, uniform soft sculpt, which does have some muscles sculpted into the actual mold. We have pinless tech on the knees as well. You can see the knee pads looking really nice. They are also very similarly to the helmet, molded in this silver, but they actually look good here, I think. So that's cool. And I think they have some sculpted straps going around, and the upper part and lower part of the knee, because you can see some indentations into the actual joint on the back where the articulation is. There's the other side, just giving you a look at the pinless tech. Then we get down to her shin-high boots, and we do have these. I never know what these are called. Either these wing pieces go in here, but they have some nice rivets going on with some nice line work too. All that looks nice, and it's a similar, way that they did the helmet too. You can tell on these shin pieces. There's some silver on the back of the ankle, however, or the heel, I should say. On the bottom, there's not much going on. There's some black painted all the way around the foot, which, if it's supposed to be on the actual seam line, as you can see, not really seam line, but, there's a little bit, it's not consistent. You kind of see that there. That's what I'm trying to say with the brown and the black meeting. What do the top of the feet look like? Pretty good. These feet look switched. So I'm going to have to look into that. But she was standing normally, so I can't really... No, they're not switched. They just look like it. So overall, very nicely sculpted figure. Let's back out real quick and you guys can get a 360 look. I think they did a very good job translating this design from the comics to live action, and it looks good in figure form as well. Now, articulation, the head could be a lot better. Because of the back of the hair, it gets in the way, so it doesn't want to go up that much. It's on a dumbbell joint, so it can go down actually a little bit more side to side, and then rotation's not that great. However, if I do this really quick, since you guys aren't seeing a figure right now, popping on the head is actually pretty easy. And I actually can get a better range of motion going upward, not by much, but you can definitely tell. Going up more here and then down is actually, I think, better. And then swiveling it here is a little bit better than the head she comes with, so that's cool. I don't think she has butterfly joints. I thought she did. But we do have arms that go all the way around. We do go in and out, upper arm swivel. We have double jointed elbows. We have a swivel at the wrist as well as a up and down. Actually, yeah, it's an up and down hinge here on the wrist. And this one is in and out, as you can see here. And then we do have a diaphragm joint that has a ball joint here, swiveling back and forth, side to side, to continue some of those details, so that's nice. Legs go forward that much. Skirt pieces don't get in the way that much, so that's good. Back, kind of, it looks like, oh boy, you can see that. It wants to separate a bit. In and out, upper thigh swivel there. We do have double jointed knees. Bend at the foot, down that much, that's really good. Then up, I can get it up a little bit higher. And then we do have an ankle rocker. So I have a decent amount of figures for a size comparison here with some Black Series and Marvel Legends figures like the Black Suit Spider-Man, Padme, Ravager Thor, the comics Jane Foster Thor, and Beskar Mandalorian. As you can see, she scales pretty well with that Thor. He's pretty tall. She's a little shorter than the comics Jane Foster. She scales really tall compared to the Padme that you see there. She scales pretty well, I think, with normal-sized Marvel Legends like Black Suit Spider-Man. If you see with Beskar Mandalorian, it's a tiny bit short, tiny bit taller actually. Overall, I think this is a very good figure. This is one I think most people wanted to get out of the whole wave. That and Ravager Thor, what I've seen on Instagram, a lot of people wanted those. Me too. This one is really sick here. I really like the articulation. The pinless tech is cool. Just lots of great details and paint. Could be better with some of the paint in areas, mostly in the silver, like in the helmet and whatnot, but the rest of it's pretty nice too. Maybe some alternate hands would have been nice as well for the price point we are now paying for, but Mjolnir's pretty nice, even though it needs better paint. Alternate heads are always sick, and it's a really nice interpretation of this character in the MCU, and they did it really well in figure form, I think. $25 is steep. If you can find it for cheaper eventually, I recommend doing so. I'll leave some links down in the description below in the meantime where you can try to order this. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.